After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
To the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 336. It
She doesn't
is
know what I'm
Saturday,
talking
December
about.
22nd, 2018. And I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
Wish you all a very Merry Christmas, even though it's not quite there as we're recording. And if you celebrate other holidays at this time of year, we also wish you a very happy whatever it is you celebrate.
But tell me yours Hanukkah. It's after Christmas, right?
I think Hanukkah's already been happening.
Okay.
I think.
It's for a longer period of time,
It is.
too.
It's several days. I don't know. I should have asked Noah. It's several days. I don't know. It might still be going on for all I know. But I'm sorry. I apologize for my lack of knowledge. But
I don't. The only apology I would make is pretending to know something I don't know.
anyway,
Not knowing something and seeking for answers is nothing to be apologetic for.
I haven't sought the answers yet. So anyway,
Sought the answers yet?
Sean Connery. Okay. Want to welcome all new, well, I think I said who I was, but if I hadn't, I'm Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
I don't remember if we said. I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
Yes. And want to welcome all new and
We want to
returning-
well you too.
Yeah. Want to welcome all new and returning viewers for the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad that you found us, and we hope you will return, that you find something you like. And if you are returning, as always, we're glad to have you back.
If you're returning as always, but if you're not, if you only return every once in a while, we're not quite sure how we feel about that.
This is true. Anyway, we also want to say that if you're in the shadows, please feel free to join us officially so you can be eligible for the prizes and the giveaways and things.
Yours looks better on you.
On Ravelry. Stop it.
I think it's your hair.
The Ravelry group, which is where all the alongs and things take place. So that's Pen, Hook, and Needles on Ravelry. And then YouTube is also, I think it's not on Franciscan Gypsy, right? It's Pen, Hook, and Needles, right?
I believe it might be on Franciscan Gypsy.
But I think it's called Pen, Hook, and Needles if they search it.
Yes.
It's Pen, Hook, and Needles on YouTube. Well, if you're watching us on YouTube, you know where we're at. But if you want to be able to get notifications and stuff, subscribe, little button on your right, and press the little bell so you get notifications. We have a new official member. Her name is Erythrocyte.
Red blood cell.
Red blood cell. Hello, red blood cell. Erythrocyte. I read her. She doesn't have her name up, but she said it does give a pronoun, so we know it's a she. So we'll welcome her, and
Welcome
she's a
RBC.
She's a nursing major. If I read correctly, so that's awesome. We're glad to have another nursing major, nurse person in the group.
Nurse person.
Nurse type person. And before we go on any further, I guess we did.
Welcome
We
part.
did say Merry Christmas. I'm really just.
I don't listen half the time, and the other half the time I don't have the brain power to understand what you're saying.
I'm a little distracted. I have something else on my mind, and I'm going to be making a telephone call after we're done. And so it's like I see something, and another thought's like a butterfly or a squirrel or something, and I follow it. So, okay, moving on. In other groups, we have the Ready Set Christmas. Oh, we didn't do our mug
or our team.
or our tea.
You have more projects, so you go first.
In my Memento Mori mug, and those of you who've been watching know what this means. It's remember death, but not because of morbidity. It's to kind of keep us on the straight and narrow. And in my...
And we like the size of the mug, so
I
that's
think
part
the
of
size-
why we use it.
This
so
is
much.
14, right? 14 inch? 14 ounce?
14 ounce, I believe, yes.
Mm.
That's part of why we use it so much, is because we love the size
Yes.
as well.
In this mug is my Stargazer Caramel Mott Chai Tea, and this is from Pen Hook and Needles. Sorry, Andy.
Not from Pen, Hook, and Needles.
Sorry, Andy. This is Plum Deluxe Tea, and it is Stargazer Caramel Mott Tea, kick back and let this tea open your mind. I needed to do something to my mind right now. It's all organic mott tea, cardamom, ginger, orange peel, cloves, cinnamon, aniseed, natural spice, and caramel essences. Love, gratitude, has caffeine.
And that's one of your favorite ones.
This is one of my favorite ones. So,
and one of my newer favorite ones.
Let me before you do that. The reason I have this instead of the Advent one is because what they gave us.
I'm going to show that after.
I will let you show it. I won't say what it is. I can't have it. It makes me ill. So I gave it to her.
So,
not that I'm allergic to it. I just don't like it.
Yes, she dislikes it so severely. She has several things she dislikes so severely. A couple. That's more than one.
Right. I said a couple.
Anyway, this is Plum Deluxe's. I probably need to get more of this, actually.
Is that what it's called? I probably need to get more of this, actually. Andy, I didn't see that on your offerings.
So this is Plum Deluxe tea, peach Bellini herbal tea.
I might have some more of that.
Sip and have some fun. This is Rubio's tea, apple pieces, apricot pieces, strawberry pieces, mango pieces, orange peel, pineapple pieces, rose petals, peach/papaya essence, love and gratitude, no caffeine.
That almost sounds like it's an infusion if it doesn't have any teas.
I guess it is more of an infusion.
I remember the one we got in the Advent calendar that was more of an infusion like that, and that was one of my favorite ones. It was absolutely amazing.
Although it looks like it, I mean, even though he doesn't mention any tea, that there looks more like tea.
Well, it could be some of the spices.
Could be. So, this is, Rubio's tea. I knew there was tea in there.
That seems to be a go-to, his Rubio's, especially for the non-caffeine.
For the herbals,
Yeah.
This is good. I suppose you want to taste.
Yeah, I suppose you want to taste mine, too. Got a little caffeine in it, but here.
Don't mix up the cups.
This is good.
That's good. I like mine better.
I like mine better, too. There you go. But that's good. That's a good summer tea.
This is a good anytime tea. I need more of this. And then, sorry, I have
may have picked up some of
allergies.
this.
You guys remember, I always have issues with my allergies. I've had it for years.
Yeah. It's this weather. It's bringing
Although
it.
it's not as bad as it was in the past, where it used to really like stuff me up to the point that I couldn't think.
Yeah.
Although I wonder if I was having some early signs of POTS and didn't realize if it wasn't.
It's the early signs of dementia.
Well, I'm glad this was all for me anyway.
You're lucky I gave it to you.
You wouldn't have kept it.
No, I wouldn't have, but I didn't have to give it to you.
You would have dumped it?
I could have.
That would have been a
lack
waste.
of gratitude.
That would have been a waste.
Lack of gratitude.
Wow.
Lack of gratitude. Give it to Daddy.
He doesn't like that.
How do you know? He likes coffee.
So, she let the cat out of the bag. It has something to do with coffee. Day 22, Plum Deluxe Tea Lovers Advent Calendar. If you have this, don't look away.
Go away for about
Yeah, if you haven't
30
looked at it
seconds.
yet.
Yeah, about 30 seconds.
But I love and can't really have anymore dark chocolate covered coffee beans. So this is raspberry dark chocolate covered espresso beans, Estate Arabica coffee bean, organic semi-sweet chocolate, gum Arabic, confectioner's glaze, raspberry extract. And this is good. I love chocolate covered coffee beans. And
we each
I only am going to have one of these a day.
Yeah, we each had 2 of them, and I gave her mine, so that means she can have 1 a day, and it's over her break, so it won't be a problem.
Yeah. I love these. I used to eat these by the bagful. It would be like a bag, like double this size. And I just loved them. I didn't have them very often, because they're a little bit on the expensive side when you pick them up. But I love chocolate covered coffee beans. Sadness.
Okay.
But happiness that I have it for at least the Advent calendar. Mom doesn't like coffee, that's why.
Yeah, I can't drink coffee. I don't even like smelling it necessarily.
Well, I think part of the problem is that you felt ill one time when you were around coffee.
Could be.
And it wasn't necessarily the coffee's fault. And you just don't like the taste.
I never liked coffee. My grandfather tried to give me some when I was little and I didn't like it. And I would have done anything for pop water.
What if he had told you to give you French gray eyes?
I probably would have held my nose and tried it. It's a long story. My grandfather had gray eyes, and he used to call them French gray eyes, and he told me that if I wanted to have French gray eyes, I had to eat my string beans. Well, I love string beans now, but I still don't have French gray eyes, so we're going to have a little talk when I see him again, hopefully in heaven, so about why I haven't got my French gray eyes yet.
Well, maybe Because Grandpa's eyes have gotten grayer
Lighter, yeah. Mm-hmm.
as he's gotten older. Maybe
They have.
yours will go that way.
If I pull from Grandpa, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you might eventually get your French gray eyes.
Yeah.
It'll be all the string beans you've eaten over the
Oh,
years.
string beans. My pawfather was amazing. I lost my pawfather when I was 4.5, 5 years old. And my sisters, I keep telling them that he's just their grandfather in name only, not really their grandfather. Mine.
Mom's the oldest.
I'm the oldest, and there's 5 years between us, or 4.5 years between each of us girls, because my mom had miscarriages. So my younger sister, the second one in line, was there for about 6 months, I think, before my grandfather died. So she didn't really know him, and my baby sister didn't know him at all. So my grandfather, I named him. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. The Ready Set Go, the Ready Set Christmas 2018 along.
That's way too close to the
Is that one, and 18 Toys in 2018 are both in the Bee's Knees group. That's Vonnie, Studio Von Design. She's one of our moderators, but she has her own group. It's not a podcast, but you want to check it out, see if you can get involved with that. I did make my 18 hats.
I just did too.
But that's Brittany's, though.
Yes.
I didn't make my toys. I only had like 3 or 4 toys. I just couldn't do it this
I
year.
had one toy.
I think I had 3.
One whole toy.
No, I had 4.
In past years, I could have easily have made the 18
Oh, me
toys
too.
and
Me too.
18.
I just couldn't do it this time. So check that out. It's coming up along the end of the year in about a week and a half. So, get those toys in, get those, well, I guess it's the Ready Set Christmas along, those Christmas gifts and stuff in for that. Then there's a Harry Potter Cal, which is Victorian Studio Podcast. That's Maureen. And this is all year long, and she will be doing a 3rd annual next year, so this coming year, so the castle will remain open, and she will, the full rules will be in her group, and, stop it, will you please?
I was waiting until you noticed me, that's all.
Good grief.
The sooner you notice
I live
me,
with a 2-year-old.
sooner I
I do, I live with a 2-year-old. Anyway, a technologically adept 2-year-old. Anyway, Victorian Studios Podcast, very...
Most 2-year-olds now are pretty technologically
Very,
advanced.
very you messed me up.
I'm sorry.
Victorian Studios Podcast, very well worth watching. She has this is the 3rd year for the Harry Potter Cal, and all the rules will be in her group. The Family Movie Night Cal, Year of Socks Cal, Stripy Socks Cal, and I know Beth put in there what it is, and I forgot.
Oh,
So-
she did.
So if something about the stripy socks, that is all in Crocheting Whovian's group, and I think
Because Beth made a point of letting us know.
she did, and I just forgot to put it in my notes.
She just didn't care enough.
Considering I'm the only one who answered anything. Anyway, that all the stuff that's in Laura's group, she has 3 or 4 Cals going on, so those, check them out. She's a wonderful podcast to watch as well. The rules are all in the group. The Shorty Socks
Sensational Stripes.
Sensational Stripes. That's Crocheting Whovian. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Beth.
Thank you very much.
The Shorty Socks Cal. That's Undead Yarn. That's Nitty Girl Heidi. That is going on to the end of the year as well. I saw that was still going on, so that's still open. And that's another podcast. I don't know when Heidi is podcasting next. I know she's very busy with work and stuff, so just keep an eye on her thread. She has a good group and a good podcast as well. And then we have B-Wing, who has 18 hats in 2018, 18 socks in 2018, and dishcloths for the missions. I did make my hats. I haven't put them all in there, but I did make them all.
It's the I don't know, the thing.
The thing.
I can't words.
If you can't prove it, we didn't do it.
Can't words.
I don't have pictures of some of my stuff that went up to the pregnancy center, I think.
Oh.
So anyway, we did make that. Check her out. She's fantastic. She's very charity oriented. So you might take a look at her group. And then the Tracking Stash 2018. That's Deb's Destiny was Debbie, and Sheila, Blue Yarn Always. Okay, and again, that's another
Sheila
one.
doesn't get a cool nickname like Debbie.
Debbie. they're a really fun podcast. I just don't know when they're podcasting because it's really hard for their schedules to match. I hope they're still podcasting because they're really a lot of fun. But that tracking stash is still going on. I did see that in their group. That's the one thread that's still moving. So you might want to check that out. Debbie's a very talented designer, and Sheila makes wonderful bags. So you might want to check them out. See if their podcast is still going on. Let's see here. Okay, current. Well, before we go into current, I want to hit what's coming up, okay? We have the Ready, Set, Go 2019 coming up. That's a Cal Lao. We have a co-host. We have LNS Crafts, who's Lorraine. Mm-hmm. So we're really excited to have her with us. Thank you very much, Lorraine, for saying yes. We're excited about that. She has a wonderful podcast. She's a newcomer to podcasting, so you might want to check her out if you haven't already.
Is she really that new? I think she's been doing it a little while.
She's a newcomer for crafts. She has been doing a makeup one, I think it is, for a while.
Okay.
And this is, I think she said this was her first shared along. So
okay.
So this will be fun, and you might want to check her out. She's a lot of fun to listen to. She's got a very soothing way of talking, so it's nice to
like Maureen soothing.
Sort of, but different. Maureen is very, Maureen. You can put her on the radio, and she. You feel like you're listening to someone doing a radio broadcast or something. She's got that kind of voice that just almost professional, But Lorraine, you feel very comfortable listening to her. It's very pleasant to listen to her, and she's a lot of fun. She gets all excited about things. She gets chuffed. That word cracks me up. The first time I heard it, I was like, what on earth is she talking about?
She's the only one I've heard say it.
Yeah, and we have a couple of British podcasts that we listen to. I've never heard that word
Maybe
before.
It's particularly regional?
It might be. Lorraine, you can tell us, what does chuffed mean? I mean, where does that come from? Is it a regional thing or what? But anyway, she's our co-host, and we're looking forward to having her with us. Now, this along, the rules are a little bit different than all our other alongs. This is the one, the Ready, Set, Go, is the one where no whips are allowed that... I mean, if you start something on January 1st, obviously you can post the whips if it goes through the 3 months. But you can't have anything in this along that has not been... You cannot have anything that has not been started January 1st or later. No whips that were like December.
I mean, you can work on these, you just can't post it in the along.
No, that they can't be eligible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they can work on them if they want to, but they can't have them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this. I can't make them not work on things. No, for this along, for the you confuse things. For the Ready, Set, Go, projects must be started January 1st or later. Okay, the whips for the projects that are started January 1st or later, of course, will be eligible. Also, for this along, we will allow ripping out for the first month. So for January, post the picture before you rip it out, and then the picture after you rip it out, so we know what it is, and that will be eligible for the prize. For a prize, only in the month of January. Okay.
I have several things I'm thinking about ripping out.
So do I. Can't win anything, but there you are. Okay. I don't know.
But in the spirit of.
Right. I don't know if Lorraine is going to be doing the same thing. She's going to have her rules in her group, so it's basically going to be the same, I believe. But check her group out for that. So
I don't know if she set up her rules yet.
She hasn't, because she hasn't heard back from me yet.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, because I just got a message from her asking me for more, for a reminder and a little more, clarification type thing. So okay. The other one is, let's see,
your hair looks cute.
Thank you. The Ready, Set, Go. Okay, Ready, Set, Go. I said the other one that we're considering very seriously. There's a poll up in the group. Okay. And because we've been asked if we are going to be continuing the Tea and Tales.
It was not originally our intention.
No, but because of the amount of voting that we're getting, we most likely will be changing that. Right now there's a poll in the group, and you can see how it is leaning. So if you want to get your vote in, do it before the next 2 or 3 days, because I have to set up the thread if we're going to do it. It looks like we will, but if you have strong feelings that you don't want it to be done, then vote.
if you want it to be even more of a landslide.
Right, if you want it to be more, please vote. Okay, if you're watching, please
Your vote
vote.
matters.
Your vote matters, yes. So if you want the Tea and Tales to continue for next year, the full year, vote in the poll. If you want to make your preference known. Okay, so the Tea and Tales.
PHM wants you to vote about Tea and Tales.
Yes. Okay. So I won't go into that anymore until we find out what's going on. But it looks like we will be doing that again next year. Okay. So just get your vote in so we can be sure. Now, currently, speaking of tea and tails, we are at we're at the end of this here. We have 7 days maybe or something like that as we're recording. So you need to get those whips and finished objects in. Make sure they're related to tea and or tails. Thank you to our moderator who reminded people, please do not post prizes and things that you receive in the along threads. Feel free to post them in the show-off threads or in the episode threads, but not in the along threads because it will mess up the random number generator. Yeah. Okay, so because we do want to see the prizes, just put them outside of the alongs. Put them in show-off or episode or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for that.
Chances are, if you put in episode, we're more likely to see it. Mm-hmm. Just a little hint.
Okay. So I've gone over.
Or should do. What was the way they're doing Batman?
I did it the wrong way, didn't I? Or it was like Rocket. Darn it! I used the wrong eye, didn't I? Okay. So I'm not going to go through the rules. You know the rules for this. I will be going over it again next week if we do this next year. The prizes, I will give you an idea. We have, the one thing I do want to say is we do have, My Yarn, Taya's patterns, Joanna Johnson's patterns, Mom Cook's patterns. Mom Cook, Renee, Taya did get your message.
I just suck.
She hasn't been able to respond. She hasn't been feeling too well, and she's been getting off late and things like that. So she will respond, or you can write to me and I'll answer. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm terrible.
Okay. So, but we thank you for touching base with us for that. So Mom Cook and Joanna Johnson and Taya's patterns and Laura Concert's patterns and Vonnie's patterns, Studio Von Designs. If they are related to tea and or tails or My Yarn, then of course they're double chance of the prize for the FO. And if the yarn, My Yarn, and their pattern, featured pattern is an FO, then you get 3 chances at a prize for the FO only. We appreciate all the people who are doing the multiple posting on their own. Thank you very much. Okay? All right. Let's see here.
Because there's just too many of us in the Playhouse now for us to do
Which is
posting.
Awesome.
Yes, exactly. It is
awesome.
Back in the days when there were only like 10 of us.
Well, I can remember George saying when we hit 50 or 100, I think it was George, he said something to the fact that we're going to hit 500. I'm like, yeah, we're not going to hit 500. so
George was right.
George was right. Mea culpa, George. George is awesome, and if you haven't checked out his patterns, you should do so.
1 hour or less.
10 hours or less.
Sorry.
1 hour or less.
I'm tired.
Pretty amazing.
Go away.
Well, 1 with a 0 after it's a 0, right? So it means 1.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Exactly, anyway. George. I'm terrible. I know who you are. And you're not. I know who you are.
No, that's somebody else.
That's someone else
who wants to remain anonymous.
Anonymous.
So we will keep it anonymous. All right. Now,
wants to remain anonymous.
All the prizes have been sent out.
What quote?
What?
She wants to remain anonymous. You know it.
I do know it, but I can't think of it.
Mom, Scrooge.
I wish to remain anonymous.
No, they asked him.
Oh, you wish to remain anonymous?
No, sir. I wish to be left alone. Good day, sir.
We haven't been able to see Scrooge yet. That's our Christmas Day movie. But what was I
Albert Finney. That is our definitive.
The best.
Scrooge.
Okay, the prizes. We have a Plum Deluxe Purple Prize going out this time, and Mom Cook's donation as well. And we will get back to you about how to deal with her. I think you'll probably contact her directly.
Yes, because I know it's a little bit hard for her to keep up with our podcast.
Right, it is because she's very busy. And she's very accessible. Sweetest person you ever want to meet. Okay, now the large prize you all saw. Okay, that's that big bundle. So, that will be the end of the year for the whole year. Whereas this fourth quarter one is for the fourth quarter. Now, what I was saying before Taya asked me about that, about being anonymous, is we did send out all the prizes. If you have not received your prizes, please let us know because I can't find any more.
Yes, more than were sent off than we had realized. There was only like 2 people left.
Yeah, so I sent out those, and I know this is falling off my head.
It looks really cute.
Thank you. I know that Linnea had posted that she received hers, and that was one of the last ones I sent out. So
I think then the only one we need to know from is I Know Who You Are.
I Know Who You Are. I think hers should be coming in quickly. Valeria, yours is the one I was uncertain if we sent, but I think we did.
I did send it.
Okay,
I know I sent it.
So everybody,
I double checked it.
okay, oh, that's right, you did. Everybody, we did send everything. So if you know, hopefully you received it all. We didn't hear that anybody didn't. So we apologize that it got so delayed, but there was a lot of things going on that we couldn't do anything about it. Hopefully things will be better now. Okay. Now, the toy along is also ending at the end of the month, and I love seeing all the toys. I was getting caught up in the toy along and the PHNT and Tails, and I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh, it ballooned again. it's like laundry. Just, you know, you wash the laundry and you come back and you got another mound to do, which is great. Don't stop. Don't stop.
We should be seeing pretty soon, because usually Teresa does them in swatches.
I've already started seeing some of those.
Okay, because she's like, she does a bunch and then she posts them en masse.
TMB, whatever.
99,
yeah. She does a lot. And there's somebody else who was doing that way. I can't remember who it was. She posted a whole bunch of them. And
I don't think it's usually Jedediah. I know, well, Jedediah
sometimes she does.
Sometimes does.
Some of our group members do that. I know sometimes when I was doing stuff like that, I was like that. I would do like 2 or 3 because I said, okay, now I can take pictures, and I take a bunch of pictures. But we have some great toys in there.
There is someone else who does that, though. I can't remember who it is.
We have some great toys. I've tried to respond, and I may end up doing block responses where I look at a bunch of them and say, oh, I love them all, because I'm trying to keep up with them, and I want to look at them all, but if I have to respond to all of them, I might not be able to get through them all at this point, because Christmas and everything like that. And if you do a block of, like Teresa does, or some of the other people who do, I will look at all of them and do my response on the last one. Unless you have a comment that needs to be responded to for my comment, like after I say something, if you just say thank you, I'll probably just favorite that or heart it, you know, like it, and not answer, because I'm trying to make sure I see everybody. I will see it, I just won't have a chance to answer it. If you ask a question or something, unless I miss it, I will answer it, okay? Or try my best to answer it.
And I know I owe someone a message about Slow and Steady. I do intend to get back to you. I think it was Steph Keith.
Okay, now, so that's the toy along. It's, you know, the rules are all the same as normal, and the featured yarn, featured patterns are the same, with the addition of Talia's patterns, with the additions of Laura's Hufflepuff pattern and Eric the Little Bee by Vonnie. Okay. Okay, let's see here. That's a long time to do this intro.
That's about what we tend. Did we run through all the rules? Is that why we took so long?
No, I didn't do anything. You just kept interrupting me.
No, that doesn't sound like me.
Yeah, sounds exactly like you.
Doesn't sound like me.
The prizes for this are a crochet toy book, a knit toy book, a toy book bundle, which I think is 1 crochet and 1 knit. And before she gets into, no, they're not made out of knitting or crocheted, okay? A skein of yarn.
I wasn't even going to say anything. It was a good thing you clarified.
Yes, a skein of yarn donated by Mama C, who's Christina, and then another 2 skeins that she donated. She said that it's going together. The 2 set is going together. That the winner might be able to make a toy out of it. It's really pretty. Cool. You'll see it in acquisitions.
I'm really sorry.
We have stitch markers from Cappy, and a mystery package all the way from Malaysia from Allison Roseboom. So that's awesome. Okay. Thank you for all your generosity. Okay. Anything you want to say before we go into
I'm
whips?
tired now.
Yeah, I'm tired now too. Are we ready to go into whips and FOs and all that kind of stuff?
That was also a reference.
I know. I'm tired
Well,
now.
that was not just to you. That was to them.
Yeah, if you know that reference, I'm tired now. We'd love to hear it. Congratulations to the people who got the last one.
I don't think many people watch our version of Scrooge. I think it's kind of one of those...
No, I'm talking about the one I did last week.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm tired now.
All right. Do I have to go first?
You
I think
do
I
have to
5.
go first, because you have 5 to my 4.
Okay.
Rawr, har, 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 har.
All right. The first one I have is in my Kikiboo Christmas Owls bag, Holiday Owls bag. The Sherbet baby hat. I haven't changed it yet on my project page. I did rip it out of here. I just didn't feel like doing one this size, so I restarted it on this one. So this is going to be a little baby hat.
Hey, little baby hat.
This is...
Do you have enough of a tail for weaving in?
Yeah, I should.
Okay. Oh, it looked shorter than Ashley
Yeah, I
was.
should. It's fine.
It
'Cause
was,
you have to, this would be.
and also, it was also caught up in your finger, so I thought it was only like that long.
Oh, okay. So this is, I've restarted it, and this is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, Stripes, I think, in the sherbet colorway. And it shouldn't take me too long if I sit down. I could do one of these if I sat down and my hands cooperate. I could just do this in a couple hours. So, but that doesn't mean it'll be done by next podcast. So that's that. Okay, you go next.
Okay, so in my hold on, I guess I'll do this one first.
Mm-hmm.
In my Silver Shed USA Foot in the Woman Cave bag. Special you can only get from Anne because this is my dad's artwork.
Yep. She put it all together for us.
Yep. It was for a 5-year anniversary in 2017.
And we had was it for that?
Yep.
Yeah, and we had the kit. That's
Yeah, and
what
the
it
kit.
was. Yeah.
That's why we did the kit for a 5-year
Yeah.
anniversary.
See?
Yep.
That was the kit.
Mm-hmm.
Had the yarn for this pattern, and this.
And the original one is in my room.
Yeah.
Because I keep all my originals. Which has been kind of a blessing since I've had to stop designing related to brain fog.
Right.
It's a blessing to have all those toys, original toys. The only ones I don't have the absolute original ones for, I have the test toys for, are Timmy and the Unipony. Laura actually has the original Sparkle because I made one for myself that was a test pony.
Right.
So
Sparkle went to Laura.
Laura has the original Sparkle.
And Taya's original chameleon is not in my yarn. My original.
Oh no! Well, okay, you're right.
My
you're
original's
right.
in the yarn.
I do have the test one, which is what I have over here. The original one is in my office because it lives on a fake plant in my office and stares at all the patients. And one of the patients, whenever he comes in, says how much he wants me to make him a chameleon.
So this is the original yarn. This is my original test of that.
But anyway, we aren't talking about chameleons or any of that. Well, we are, but that's not what we're supposed to be talking about.
Well, that doesn't never stop us from talking about it.
This is Felicia the sea turtle, or this is the shell for Felicia the sea turtle. She's finally getting some more work. Whoopsie. It's funny.
Yep, he is.
So, there, and then this, I finally wound up her face yarn. Yarn
very
for
bright.
Yes, yarn for face
Her
and
vase,
her,
huh?
her vase. Yes, her face and her flippers and her tail
And her flowers, out of pink flowers.
and her bottom shell. It's blowing out the camera actually.
Yeah, it's brighter than that. There you go. Yeah.
So. So it's all ready to go for when, because I'm not that far from needing to go to the bottom shell.
Yeah.
Because it's actually, you forget how small Tara's shell actually is.
Right. It's not as big as Timmy. Timmy goes on forever.
Right. And Tara is right in between Timmy and Biddy, with more of a lean toward Biddy than Timmy. And definitely not as big as Big Timmy. Which I do have two Timmys. I have Big Timmy and Little Timmy.
Big Timmy and Little Timmy.
I have the bulky weight
Oh, right.
Timmy.
Yeah. But it's not a different pattern.
No, it's not a different pattern.
Yeah.
It's just bulky weight Timmy versus normal weight Timmy.
Did you make that after we challenged Laura?
Yes, I did it for for losing Taurus versus Hare.
Oh, that's right.
I was gonna make it anyway.
Yeah. Well, you guys do that. You end up generally doing that anyway. All right.
So, yes. And I have finally wound up the yarn for Laura's hat, and I intend to start that with the new year.
She'll like that.
Start with Race Set Go.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, in my Silver Shed USA anniversary bag, I think this was this 100 members or was this a year? I forget what this was.
It was, I can't remember what it was. I feel like it might have been 100 members.
This is the first bag. Annie
Whichever
did for
one was
us.
first.
Yeah. And this is my There and Back Again project. I only did a little bit of this, but I made some progress.
Well, I don't know if we had this logo for 100 years. I mean, for 100 members. Not 100 years. For 100 members. That might have been a year.
I don't remember. So anyway, this is also my husband's artwork. Can you see the...
Yeah, that might have been our podiversary.
Yeah. So, you can see, you say, why don't you just finish the darn square? Well, that's where I got. I do everything slow.
Ooh.
And this is the PHN Foot in the Woman Cave colorway, the same as this. So
it's all tying together.
It all ties in together. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay.
What is it? I love a it's a quote from a movie. No, it's a quote from Turtles. I love it when two changes of plan come together. It's a quote from Donnie. When
Of course it is.
It was
Donnie's quotes only marginally make more sense than Mikey's. So
yeah, it was funny, but I can't say it correctly.
Your turn.
I just splashed in my face. And somehow it splashed up, hit my eyebrow, and went between my glass and my eye. It didn't hit either my glass or my eye, and then it hit me on the cheek. So it was really...
You were weeping tea?
My eyebrow was apparently weeping tea.
Your turn. My tea's almost gone.
Yes, it is. So, next, in my Debbie Reese Designs reversible polka dots.
Yeah, I love that.
A flowers bag.
Mirror image? I don't know.
This is the Advent Calendar cowl. So
I was so excited to see someone working on Advent, whatever it was, and they tagged me on Instagram with my yarn because my yarn had come up.
The cat is out of the bag for Mom. I'm actually knitting this for her because this was supposed to be her yarn, but she doesn't knit with fingering weights. So
I very rarely do, yeah.
This is when it's eventually finished an eon from now. It'll be her cowl.
It's pretty, isn't it?
I'm on third color.
How do you join it?
I guess that's...
Do you join it on the edges here?
Well, this is the it has a what's it called, cast on, a
Provisional
cast on. So I guess I must do. I think it's a 3 needle bind off.
That's gonna be. I'll be interested. It must be that it's gonna be like points. You're gonna be like puzzling.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
So I haven't looked that far ahead in the pattern,
It's
but
very
I'm on my
pretty.
third color,
Very pretty.
which is an old-fashioned Christmas.
Very pretty.
You can't hardly see it because the purple and the orange sort of overpower it.
How many rows do you generally get? About 5 rows?
Mm,
Maybe a little more?
I haven't paid attention. Because it's actually probably 10, because it's still... The ridges are 2 rows.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 12 rows?
So, yeah, something like that.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. So, there we go. I'll only end up using 24 of the colors in this, unless I figure out a way to add another color in.
Make sure you get mine in there.
Okay. She has spoken.
Well, it's going to be mine anyway. I want my color in there.
She has spoken.
I have asked. Okay, this one you haven't seen in a while. This is in my...
Oh, I didn't say what the pattern was.
Oh, go ahead.
It is the Adventures cowl by... Hold on, I need to pull up my pattern on here, because I don't always print my patterns. She does a shawl that I really liked, too.
Yeah, I saw that.
But I didn't have
Okay.
quite enough yarn for the shawl. Because that would have been what I actually wanted to knit. This would be nice, too, but I wanted to knit the shawl. The Adventurer Cowl, and it is by Amba O'Brien, which that's not an Irish name at all.
No, not at all. Pretty name.
And I'm doing the longer version.
It's really pretty. I like the longer version. It's pretty.
It looks more subtle there. Mom's is not going to be subtle in the lightest.
The lightest.
In the slightest, or the lightest, or any sort of form of subtlety it won't own. Because it will be unsubtle.
Okay, in my Ploverbird bag, and I will love it, in my sweater bag, is my TGV High-Speed Knitting Pattern by
But you've
Susan
been knit that one in a
Ashcraft.
while.
Susan Ashcraft.
Ashcraft?
And this is, I call it the Sherwood shawl because this reminds me of Sherwood Forest. The yarn is by Laura Smoot. She
I
spun
forgot
it.
how far along you were.
Yeah, I'm doing the ribbing. I figured out how to do it.
Oh, the
finally.
ending ribbon?
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's going to be a fair amount of ribbing. I have to finish up this, and then I'll have to block it. I want to be careful blocking it because this is not superwash. But you can see the ribbing here.
Yeah.
So,
Why were you worried about the ribbon?
remember I told you I wasn't sure what stitch to do, but now I understand how to read it better. So, so I should be able to finish this. The thing is, the rows are so long, and this isn't
At least it's just ribbing, though.
yeah, this isn't a big shawl, but the good thing is, if I had had more yarn, and this is a lot of yarn, she gave me a lot of yarn. If I had more, like a couple of skeins of the same yarn, I could make this a good size, like a big one. This is going to be fine once I block it.
Big one.
Big one.
Well, it'd be good, like a nice, like your white one that you wear all the time.
Yeah, so this would be really
a stole.
nice. It'll be very, very nice. And I'm not sure how big it's actually going to be because I don't read how many stitches I can get out of something like this for knitting.
Yeah, it's
very
hard
well.
to tell. I think you could be going for quite a while.
So we'll see how big this actually gets. It's a beautiful, beautiful shawl pattern, and it's a beautiful yarn that Laura gave me a couple 3 years ago. I've had it for a while. I think it was the first time we saw her at Maryland Sheep and Wool. She gave it to me.
Well, no, it
And-
wouldn't have been the first time.
No?
Because the first time we just met.
That's true. I don't know.
Maybe the second
Maybe
time.
the second time. Anyway,
Because we met in Miss Babs' line.
yeah. I don't remember when she gave it to me. Maybe she gave us at Shenandoah. I don't remember. Anyway, she gave it to me a while back, and I couldn't. It sat in my shelf for a while because I wanted to find the perfect pattern for it. To me, it needed something simple because it's got so many pops of color in it, and I didn't want to lose the pattern or the effectiveness of the pop.
And it's got, the pops of color aren't such that it won't go with anything.
No,
Like,
no.
It'll go nicely with several green outfits you have.
It'll go well with green. It'll go well with blue. I'll wear this with black. I'll wear it with purple.
Because there's some colors that you...
Rust?
Some variegated things you can only wear. Well, like this cowl I'm making you. You're only going to be able to wear it black or around the house, basically.
Well, I would wear it with black or with. I could wear that with a tan.
But like this, you have more flexibility.
Yeah.
Because it's not crazy.
It's absolutely gorgeous. Definitely my colors. And so I'm very appreciative to Laura Smoot for that gift that I only got around to using when I started this shawl because I didn't want to lose the beauty of the yarn. Because she hand spun that for me.
I guess it's my turn now.
It is.
it not?
I guess it is.
Okay, so next
And you'll be hearing more about Laura Smoot later on.
is in, you know what this is.
It's a kitty in the news bag.
It's my Silver Shade USA Kitties in the News bag. And this got a couple rows on it. I mean, maybe a few. This one is the one that, it's getting so big.
It's so pretty.
And I'm not going to cast on another one when I finish this because I have two other ones on the needle. That
One
I
of
need to
them's
finish. One of them's Mom's. And then one of them is the one that I think Beth likes so
Round and
much.
round she goes.
Oh no, it's round and
Round and round I go.
Yeah, it's Beth.
Beth.
It's the one that I have that's matching the one Colorwork had.
Poor Beth. She gets mentioned like multiple times every podcast. She gets called up on the carpet.
Well, if she talks, she's going to get mentioned.
Yes.
So
That's the
I
process.
am looking forward to having this one done.
That'll be so pretty.
This is very much my colors. And I do wear a fair amount of black and a fair amount of red.
I was looking at my stuff.
Spanish lady shawl.
The last several weeks, I've worn a lot of red.
This
I've worn a lot of red.
is not Mom's. This is
But I've worn
the
a lot of
Give
red.
Me.
This is Give Me.
This is
But I wear a lot of red. And look, I'm wearing gray.
not for her. I can't think. On the Forest Floor by Simone Carrete.
Carretz.
No, not Carretz.
Carrete.
You're thinking of someone else.
Agnes
Kataz Karetzis.
Yes.
But this is not her.
Simone
This is Simone Carrete. And I'm using Miss Babs Yazawetta Skein. And it's the colorway Obsidian, Vlad's, and Pewter.
Slate. No, pewter. You're right. Pewter.
Okay, I was gonna say.
No, you're right.
Yes, I got some all.
Almost gaslighted you. Because this is slate here.
So, I really look forward to having this done. It will never be done.
It is never getting done.
It is a shawl that never ends, and it goes on and on, my friend. So,
it's pretty.
It's
though.
so pretty. I look forward to owning this
That's very pretty.
and wearing it.
That'll look nice on you.
So,
Okay.
it's just so classy.
Okay, I did that one already. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm going through all my things that I don't need to talk about because I have like 30 projects on here. Okay, this one says, I'm supposed to be last, first, last, and only. This is in my One in the Woman Cave, not Franciscan Gypsy, Lady Fernico Creations colorway. Lady Fernico Creations.
MPKC.
MPKC.
She really hates that.
Miss Peppermint Kitty Cat from the Brat the Kitten pattern by Talia.
Not a T.
Let's see here. And I did some work on this.
Hi, MPKC.
Okay. Here is her head, which has been done for a while, and her muzzle.
I don't know how she's hissing without a muzzle, but she's managing it.
She's doing it telepathically.
She's a telepathic hisser.
Telepathic hisser. Okay. And here, okay, I finished this. And I have to see my notes which one is this because I marked one to be the bottom, one to the top. I think
That's where the head. This is the neck here.
Okay, so this one goes like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I can just tell by looking at it.
Yeah. So, kind of like
That's why it's good to have the designer
like
right
that.
there.
So,
Yeah.
I'm getting started on.
Little MPKC.
I think I started. I know I started on. Here it is. I don't know if I started on the tail, if I went ahead and started on the feet.
That looks like the foot.
But I think I was going to do the white for the feet.
That's right. It
So I
might be
think
the tail.
This is probably the tail. I don't have my pat hair on.
I forgot that her tail's kind of fat because she's kitten.
Yeah, this is the tail. I'm working around on the tail. I want to see how much I have after doing things like the tail to see if I bought some more natural yarn to replace the yarn I'm going to cake up for white for her in case I run out of this.
Mm-hmm. How much do you have left? It's gonna be touch and go.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna probably.
She might even only have a couple of legs that are, or one leg that has white.
We'll see. I'm gonna do.
With kitties, you can get away with that.
You can, and I will probably, since I make 4 of them, I can make 2 and then 2 if I want to, or whatever.
Or just have one and just decide where you want it.
And I'd like to have this for a square.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll change things too.
If I can. But I might not, because I'm still not finished one square yet, so we'll see. But I did, like I said, buy an undyed yarn, so I could do it if I needed to.
But also, it's not like undyed yarn is going to go to waste in this house.
Right. I figure I do enough patterns and things that I need white, and I would prefer to use, if I'm using superwash merino or whatever, I would prefer to use that for the eyes as well instead of an acrylic. And I don't have any to use, so that'll be helpful. So that's this.
Well, I guess it's my turn.
It is.
So, next is my nephew's Christmas stocking, and I can't remember the rest of the name, like the design or anything, because I don't have that pattern on my phone. But
T's all gone.
Mine is too. I ended up getting a 9-inch circular to work on the stockings. I really hate doing color work with Magic Loop. It's just too much to juggle. So I made quite a bit of progress. If you were on Instagram, you already saw this progress. I already turned
That's very pretty.
my heel. And I'm working the leg.
That's so pretty.
This makes me happy
Very pretty.
because it's classy looking. I think it'll be Mom's.
I get to practice one because I don't care.
I don't even consider it a practice one.
Well, you said that you missed something on the bottom.
I'm not sure that I did now.
I don't think you did. I think it looks absolutely perfect.
So I'm not completely sure I did now. I think maybe some people moved the pattern farther along, but I don't know that, maybe I misunderstood by looking at it.
To me, it looks fine.
So I think it is actually fine. I think I did do it right.
I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. I know my husband's eyes light up every time he sees it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna, they have the option of putting someone's name across the top, so I'll put Mom on the top. Because Dad already has a Christmas stocking that's handmade. He doesn't need this one. And this is the Shire colorway, which is a Mad Tosh. And this is Mom's Not Quite a Pug.
It's kind of apropos that mine should have my own yarn in it.
Exactly. And, you know, Shire as well.
Yeah, Shire as well. And I do have more, because she only has this much left. But when I did...
Whoops. This is tinsel from when the tree's being decorated.
If people who watched this for a while remember when I was doing my husband's tie for Christmas. I finally gave it to him.
I'm sure my nails.
Yeah. I had given him a tie that was meant for Christmas. I gave it to him for Father's Day or birthday or something. And this is the color I used. And Sue had told me I wasn't going to need, despite what the pattern said, Sue told me I wasn't going to need one. I said, well, they said I did, so I went ahead and I should have listened to Sue.
I'm glad you didn't.
But now I have the
same colorway.
The same colorway for her if she runs out.
Yeah, exactly.
But Sue is very good, and I should have listened to her. But I like the color. It's not like I bought a color that I didn't like. So, in fact, I got a free skein of yarn out of it because they gave me the wrong color, and I called about it, and I said, well, do you want me to send this one back in? And, for that. And they said, no, you can keep it. So
that makes me think of when West Yorkshire Spinners did the same thing for me. The yarn I had ordered to make York the Owl is their owl colorway. In their they don't have worsted, in their Aran weights. And they sent me the fingering weight instead. And I was like, I actually really need the Aran weight. Do you want me to send it back so I can get the one I ordered? He's like, oh no, keep it.
Yeah, they're very good. Both
companies.
Both West
Yorkshire Spinners.
Thank you. Them and
Mad Tosh.
And Mad Tosh are very good with their customer service. I mean, that yarn.
I don't expect a small yarn company necessarily to do that,
yeah,
because that's not a company like an individual person. Because that's an expense that you can't afford. But a bigger business is nice to see.
And I'm always amazed when the smaller companies do that.
Right. And
in fact, I wanted to mention somebody, and I can't mention the name on the podcast this week. After Christmas, I'll be able to mention them. But I do want to say, so you remember this, that I contacted someone on Etsy for a gift that Davina wanted to buy for Talia.
That's why she can't say who.
And that's why I can't say what it is. The point of the story is that Davina and I waited too late, and I knew it would be touch and go. And the lady wrote back to me and said, "Hey, I can't guarantee that it will get to you on time." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Do your best you can." She did. I don't know what she did, but it got here 2 or 3 days ago. I would, if I were to need anything else of that nature, I would go to her shop first. She is amazing. She's absolutely amazing. And I will, when we get the stuff, Talia can show you the card or whatever, and everything. We'll direct you to her Etsy shop because she really was fantastic.
Because most people put some sort of card in there.
Yeah, she was very, very she was absolutely. I gave her a stellar review on my Etsy review, 5 stars and absolutely glowing terms because she was amazing. She went over and beyond. So, anyway, I'm sorry. Is that all you had to say about yours? I mean.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you totally stole the.
No, you stopped. So okay. My last one. Yes, my last one is in my Mickey Mouse bag, and I think I showed. What?
Donald Duck?
No.
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. No, Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse, you're late for our date.
Okay, my Mickey Mouse Cloverbird bag. This one I think I showed you last week. This is my Colorful Birds shawl, and I made a little bit of progress on this. And this is Tess Designer Yarns Superwash Merino Worsted, and I don't know what the colorway is. I don't know what the colorway is. It didn't have a colorway on it. And this little stitch marker is from Maureen.
Yeah, that's on my stocking too.
I don't know if you can see it. It's a little bare.
Yeah, he's turning his rear end to this.
She made that, and she gave me one, and Davina one, and Talia one. So thank you very much, Maureen. And I think she still has them. She might have them in the shop. I know she made them specifically for the toy along, so I don't know if they're available in the shop yet, but you can check it out and see this. Her shop is amazing.
They're really cute.
So, because she makes everything herself. She doesn't buy charms, she makes them.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, this is the Colorful Bird project, and this is the yarn that Taya got me for Mother's Day a couple of years ago at Maryland Sheep and Wool. And I finally found a project I think works for it, because
I don't think it was this year's Maryland Sheep and Wool. I think it was
no, it was
last
2 years ago. This was one of those things where I saw the hank and I was like, I want it. And then I got it home and caked it up. I was like, what am I going to do with this? And then this pattern is it's another one of those very simple kind of garter patterns. It's got a little bit of a twist to it, I won't say, because I think it's a paid for. Maybe it's not paid for, I don't remember. Anyway, in case it's a paid for, I won't say what the twist is. But it's very simple to do, and because it's so simple and just garter, the variegation in here works. You know, it just looks really pretty. It's got almost like a watercolor kind of effect, or maybe a slightly striped effect. It's very pretty. So I'm enjoying this, and I don't have any rush on getting it done. I have no idea who's going to receive this, or if I'm going to keep it or what. I'm just working it to use the yarn and that kind of thing.
Every once in a while, you just want to work something to work it.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And so, especially since last year we were asked if we were, or this year we were asked why we weren't at the craft fair for our church.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that we make that's extra, we're podcasting. Anything that we make that's extra is sorry, brain.
We're going to put on the table if we can.
Yes.
If we get, I have to. Usually, I have some yarn to put on there if I make extra hats and things like that. We don't sell it for our own stuff when we do it there. My yarn I do sell for myself, but I do a portion to something. But if we do hats or toys or whatever, we usually put the whole profit toward the pregnancy center. That's one of our pet charities. So, okay. Do you have any FOs?
Yes, I do.
Are you sure you want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, in my R2 bag by Star Knits, I finished, and I need to block it and then wrap it. Even though she knows I made this for her.
You could probably wrap it even if you didn't block it, and just say you have to block it afterward.
It's not going to take that long to block.
It'll dry quick.
It'll dry quick, yeah. It's Davina's.
But it's really sparkly.
It is sparkly. And she knows she's getting this, but she doesn't know I'm waiting to give it to her for Christmas.
I don't think she knows it's finished yet. That turned out really nice.
Yeah. So.
It's got a nice slouch to the back of it.
Well, I did, it was a slightly longer slouch than I realized it would be, but it was what the amount of rows I was told to do. It's just, it ended up 3 inches instead of what I normally do, which is a 2.5-inch slouch.
You must have done something.
No, the 2.5 is what I normally measure for the fingering weight ones.
Gotcha.
Because I don't do for a certain number of rows in the fingering weight ones, I do it for a certain number of inches. And it needs to be at least 2.5 inches to get the kind of slouch she likes.
And that's a DK, right?
This is a DK.
Yeah.
So, I just need to block that for her. And then, after the podcast, I need to wind this up for me so I have my purse knitting.
Oh, that's a cute hat.
So. And this one's going to be mine. And it's called Rainbow's End.
Very nice. We had a rainbow here yesterday. It was so pretty.
It was a double rainbow.
Yeah, I only saw the single over here. Okay. Now, I have in my Plover Bird hedgehog bag, or owl's bag, or woodland creatures bags, my Samwise Gamgee. Yes, it's finished. I did have to have Talia close it up for me, not because I couldn't. I think I could have.
Physically.
I had time constraints with all the stuff I was doing,
and your
my
hands
hands
were
were bothering me. And I did so Talia just did the very last 2 rows for me to close it up. So this will be going to himself for Christmas. So I'll show you here.
That would mess up my hair too much.
Yes, of course, mess up your hair, huh?
I have a party to go to tonight.
There. See?
Very cute.
Very cute. And I so got a little more, not because he likes slouchy, but because he's got a little bigger head than I do. So, he's smarter than I am. So, he's got more degrees than I do. Human relations degree. So, Yeah, so that's going to go to him. I have to put it in its wrapping and put it under the tree because he doesn't know he knows I was making it for him because I asked him if he wanted it, but I think he's forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Whereas Vivian hasn't forgotten. It's just that she doesn't know when that I'm holding it off till Christmas.
Right. And I do have a little bit left over. This is the Scenic Route colorway by
I have a little bit of
Marigold
mine
Jam.
left over too.
So I'll be making a square out of that, I think.
If you ever,
If I ever get past the first one. I do want to do it. I just don't do it. So, okay. Let's see here. Do I do my yarn now? Or?
Yes.
Okay, I did. My shop was updated, and I thank everybody who bought. This one, I actually had two, but it got bought, so one of them got bought. So this is the second one. This is it's in my Fingering Sock Stardust. It came without packages, and if you got the reference, yay! It came without packages. All right, and I think, did they see this? They saw it when it wasn't skeined, right?
I feel like they might have.
Yeah, so you guys saw it when it was just still drying, pretty much. So this is what it looks like reskein. And this is on my sparkle base, so my Stardust base. You can't really see it, but it came up a little bit better in the pictures. I can't see this. So this is the Christmas Gold, Christmas Green, and Christmas Red. Came without packages. And this one is still up in the shop, although the other one has already sold.
Very cool.
So that's good. Now, I don't know if I'll be doing much dyeing, if any, over the Christmas holiday. My husband will be home for the next couple of weeks. So, we'll see. When hubby's home, things get turned around a little bit. But just put this in here, like so. I really like this color. I might have to make some more of this for me. Be a nice scarf or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or hat.
It would be a nice scarf.
Be a nice hat too. So it's pretty.
It makes me think of the colors that was in that blanket you made Grandma and Grandpa.
In the what?
Blanket you made Grandma and Grandpa.
Yeah, some of them. I don't think I had any gold in it.
I thought you did.
I had tan.
I think the gold looks a lot like the tan.
I had tan, maroon, green, and blue, I think.
Oh, I don't remember the blue.
And pink.
I don't remember the pink either.
I had that blanket, you can look on my project page. I forget what I call it, but it's got 6 strands held together of yarn. The thing is heavy. My mom said when they lost electricity, they pulled the thing out because I think that's what she was talking about. So that's in my Turbo Knitter 64 Mickey Mouse bag, and that's all I have to say about that.
So that means now stash enhancement.
Stash enhancements. Okay. Do you have any? How many do you have? Okay. We have one to share.
Yes.
When do you want to do that one?
Last.
Okay. All right. So I have 3.
And one of ours is the same.
Yeah, that I'm not counting that.
No, I'm not even counting that. One of ours is the same thing.
Oh, so we might as well show that one then.
Yeah.
Okay. We may have ordered from Joanna Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And
you saw the other one last week.
Sure, yeah. This is the one that came in this time. I already had the digital, but I wanted that with my name.
Yes.
So
because we've made I made that Anna's hat so many times,
and I just love her Ann patterns. I mean, they're just
the carpet bag.
I love the carpet bag. I want to try that one day.
I always have wanted to try the carpet bag, but I've never been able to.
The felting scares me.
Yeah, I think the felting scares me.
I love Matthew's vest. Matthew's vest.
He doesn't look like what I think Matthew would look like.
Yeah, he's a little older than I picture Matthew.
Well, and also in the book they make a point of saying that Matthew's long hair.
Long hair? I don't remember that.
Read the book.
I have to reread it. I don't remember that.
I had forgotten that.
Longer hair, probably.
Yeah.
Marilla's apron. I would never wear this as an apron. It's just too pretty. It's just gorgeous. I mean, I wear it as an apron, but not for cooking. Absolutely pretty. Beautiful, beautiful.
Anne's sweater just looks comfy.
Yes, I love Anne's sweater.
I am currently listening to the audiobook of Anne of Green Gables, and I will eventually listen to the other ones in the series because I've never actually listened to the other ones. Read the other ones in the series.
I like Rachel's Table Runner. It's simple, but it has I don't want to show too much because I don't want to show you the stuff on there, but it's got beautiful design elements on the edges.
I think that I love just about every pattern in here.
They're just beautiful. Miss Stacy's shawl, Anne's sweater, which I absolutely love.
And Gilbert's scarf is nice and masculine.
Definitely.
Sorry, I'm looking at it. I'm not showing it to you.
Gilbert's scarf is beautiful. And it gives you the difficulty level with carrots. I think that's Gilbert's reference to her hair. Carrots. Just beautiful.
It's definitely what that is.
Yeah. So
Anne will not be pleased.
I am very, very pleased with this.
I bet that. I'm surprised Anne's card bag is only 2 carats.
I'm surprised. Yeah. Yeah. 2 carats. I think most.
Now Matthew's vest is 3.
Oh, as I was saying, I thought.
And so is Merrill's apron.
Yeah. 3.
Diana's head is 1. Miss Stacy's shawl is 3 carats.
Is it?
Yeah. But it's got a lot of lace in the edges.
The edge, yeah.
Anne's sweater's only 2 carats.
Yeah. I love that sweater. It's out. I love the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
They're not puffed, but I love the sleeves.
Gilbert's scarf looks like it's a nice 1 carat project.
Okay, so we could be lost. We're big Anne of Green Gable fans. I've read the entire Anne series several times.
I've read Anne, the original book, many times.
Okay.
And I like the reader I have for the current book.
Okay, so what next?
Do
Do you want me to do the one more and then you do yours and then we'll do.
I don't have any others. That was my.
Oh, that was. I thought
that is all I have.
Oh, okay. All right. I remember I told you I thought I might have ordered a purple package.
I was only supposed to be
purple package. Andy is bad for me. This is gingerbread chai tea. I had bought this and I hadn't tasted it yet, and we got it in the advent calendar. I love this. It's
that's the
all organic black tea, honeybush tea, cinnamon, orange peel, ginger, cardamom, allspice, clove, black pepper, calendula.
That was a
flavor
really
essence,
good one.
Joy, gratitude, has caffeine. It was really good. So,
but it has caffeine, so I'll never end up grabbing it again.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put this back in the purple package. The other thing I got that I ordered from Craftsy. Craftsy had a sale, and I went all over the place looking for this pattern because I thought I can make the yarn. I can color the yarn myself for this pattern. It's a Susan B. Anderson pattern, but she doesn't sell it on Ravelry. You have to go to Craftsy to get it. So I went to Craftsy, and with the sale, it cost for the kit about what it would cost for the pattern alone. It's okay. It was less than $10. Less than $10. Heck, it was less than $8. This pattern, these fingerless mitts, I don't know if you can see them very well. I think they go with the beginner course. They're knit flat. And then I bought, no one's going to be surprised with the color choice here.
No.
This. Okay, and this is a worsted weight yarn. And this is the kit. And it was like $6 on sale. I thought, okay, I could have bought the pattern. I don't know how much Susan charges for her patterns normally, but usually patterns on Ravelry between $4.50 and $7. I got the yarn and the pattern. So, and if I want to use my own yarn, I can use this yarn for something else. So it doesn't really matter. Because, either the yarn or the pattern on their own could have been that much.
The yarn would have been more expensive.
More expensive, yes. So, it was a good deal, and this Craftsy bag is kind of cool. Now, I said I would show you Christina's. What is this? Oh, this is something that needs to be cached.
Well, that's not a good place for it.
Yeah, must have fallen out of my purse. Okay. Christina donated these 2 skeins of yarn for the toy along with the idea that the winner might, they don't have to obviously, might make a toy out of it. So this is Encore yarn. One is blue and one is white. And that's the addition to the toy along. So we thank Christina for that.
Thank you.
Now, the next, this was out of the blue, and it totally blew us away because Laura does things like this. Remember, I told you that we'd mentioned Laura Smoot again. This package came in the mail with this nice little note on the back of this and this nice little Christmas card that we're not going to read because it's personal.
Mm-hmm.
From Laura, Andy, and Iggy and Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you who are unaware of Laura Smoot, Iggy and Jasper are her pugs.
Yes.
One is a black pug and one is a tan pug.
Iggy's black.
Yes. Now, so we open up the box, all this paper, and this bag. Okay. She did not say we had to wait till Christmas.
Nope, she did not say that.
So we didn't.
Look at the smart bunny.
Lazy Bunny.
Smart bunny's reading a book. He is telling the turtle where to go.
I'm sure he is. So, this is... what, Tortoise versus Hare. Laura Concert. Look at this. Isn't this awesome? It's just so adorable.
Mm-hmm. And the turtle doesn't seem to be mad about it.
No, he's not.
They're buds. They're hanging out.
Yeah, they're hanging out. The Tortoise versus Hare is over for the year, so they're just hanging out. I absolutely think this is the cutest thing. I have no idea where she found it.
He's sitting on his tail.
He's sitting, oh, he is. How funny. He's sitting on his tail. This is just so cute. So thank you very much, Laura Smoot and Andy. This is just so
and the
fun.
turtle's tail's moved in such a way that it almost looks like, you know, the way dogs
wagging.
wag. It almost looks like he's wagging his
so
turtle
isn't
tail.
this fun? I mean, it's just so... My husband even liked it. He was like, wow, that's so cute.
Uh-huh.
So...
We had to figure out where to put him.
Yeah, we're going to put him somewhere, but... Just here. There we go.
Oh, he's surprisingly light.
Yeah, he is.
I was expecting him to be a lot heavier.
We're not going to put him under the tree, but we're going to keep him out now. So
Why did you give him to me to hold on to?
Because I needed to put that away.
Well, do I have a place to put it away?
I needed to put the box away, you elbow head.
My head doesn't look like an oboe.
It should.
It should? Do you even know what an oboe looks like?
Yes, I know what an oboe looked. I knew what an oboe looked like before you were born.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not quite sure my head looks like what you think it looks like.
Oboe head. You're assuming I'm saying it looks like an oboe, not like the head of an oboe. Okay, now, next thing. Let's see. Okay, got that. Got that. Okay. Okay, we've got the sparkle. All right, I think we're basically done. We hope to podcast next Saturday because it's in between the two holidays. So we're
Do
hoping...
people even say that there's a head of an oboe?
I don't know.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I don't care what they do. I don't have to bow to conventions. Anyway, so we're hoping that to see you here on Saturday if we don't see anything that would keep us from podcasting, so we're planning on it.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, do you have anything else you want to say before we sign off?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Other than Merry Christmas.
Well, I was going to get to that. So we hope to see you then. We want to wish everyone who celebrates Christmas a very, very Merry Christmas. We wish you a Happy New Year next time around. Mm-hmm. And we'll do it now as well since we're not, just in case. But if you don't celebrate Christmas, we wish you a very happy whatever it is you're celebrating, or just a happy, last week of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's another week, part of another week after that.
Right. We want to wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Mm-hmm. And we hope to see you back here for the fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 336. And that's a wrap.
Bye.